Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Morphin Network. It's Rider Time Podcast. So here with your host, TimeRider Zero. And if you guys are wondering where Jared is, well, unfortunately, he cannot make it because he's in the far off, distant land of Canada. I think I'm saying it right. Canada, something like that. Okay, well, as you all know, it's Tuesday as of the time of this live stream, and that means we are doing Kamen Rider Geats episode 36, Yearning 4, Temporary Co-op. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you enjoy some of the stuff that happened? What do you think is going to happen next? We know that some new stuff is coming out soon in coming episodes. Please be sure to write that down in the chat box to my right, or rather your right, my left, because any comments that you send in at the time of the live stream, we will display right here at the bottom of the screen. And yeah, and for those of you who don't know, next month, next Wednesday, will be the worldwide screening for Shin Kamen Rider in the I don't know if it's worldwide, but in the United States, Shin Kamen Rider is going to be airing for one night only at your local movie theaters where they hold Fathom events. So be sure to check out your local movie theaters, Fandango, Flix, or whatever apps you use to buy movie tickets online. Because I already got 4 tickets. I can't wait to go see that movie. I even have... I got one of these bad boys just for the occasion. And I'm going to have to find my Spider Noir trench coat to wear with it. So, it is what it is. So here we are. We're going to be doing episode 36. So here we are. So where we last left off, Archimendel shows up. And again, it's not actually Archimendel. It's actually a Jimoto that ate Archimendel, so that it has his identity and memories and personality. So let's just call him Jamendel. Maybe we'll call him Jamendel for now. Jamendel shows up trying to collect Naj Sparrow's ID core to use as fertilizer, because that's what Jamendel likes to do. And despite the fact that Buffa has become overpowered in the last few episodes, he gets his butt kicked by Jamendel. And I don't know. It's actually kind of fun watching him be on that end again. And honestly, and as surprising as it may seem that, he's supposed to have the power to defeat any and all Kamen Riders, it's still pretty consistent because let's keep in mind, it's the power to defeat all Kamen Riders. Jamendel is not a Kamen Rider. He's a Jimoto, which means that being able to defeat all Kamen Riders does not necessarily translate to being able to defeat all Jimoto. It's kind of like that scene from Jackie Chan Adventures where the Dark Hand have all the talismans, and Finn swaps his 3 talismans with Hak Fu, and his 3 talismans were, if I remember correctly, levitation, healing, and immortality. So he switches immortality with he switches his horse talisman with one of Ratzo's talismans, because it's like healing and immortality. It seems like healing is redundant, but the thing is, just because you won't die doesn't mean you won't feel pain. So that's what was coming to my mind when I saw the screenshot right here. Because just because you can defeat all Kamen Riders doesn't mean you can defeat all Jimoto. Meanwhile, back at the lounge, Sarah, Neon, and a certain Tanuki are discussing the fact that Naj Sparrow betrayed them. No, duh! You guys have been talking about how he's gonna betray in the last episode, so that you should not be surprised that he betrayed you. But at least he got his comeuppance. At least we can all agree. We love that he got his comeuppance. And yeah, like, no more this guy right here. I am so glad we don't have to see him again because he's a jerk. I mean, don't get me wrong, the actor, probably a nice guy. The character, kind of a jerk. And it's the day that you have defeated Captain Naj Sparrow. Meanwhile, Niram has a mission for Jean to be some kind of negotiator to Kakara and Barba. I still can't get over the fact that Kakara went full heel turn. I mean, it was already obvious he wasn't necessarily a babyface, but I wasn't expecting him to go like full heel either, because it's like, I want Kara to become a true Kamen Rider. But you're also putting him in a position where you're making things worse for him. So like, I don't think I can respect that position. But it is what it is. So now, I wonder what Kyun is up to, because I know he's planning on going back to the future, but I feel like we're gonna get a 2-on-2 match between Jean and Kyun versus Barba and Kekara. Let us know in the comments if you think it's gonna come to that. And I really hope it does. Let's be honest, because like last time we saw that fight was short, and the ending was really obscure. Meanwhile, Ace and Buffo reconvene, and when Michinaga leaves, Ace is confronted by Ween, and Ween just taunts him. It's like, man, you haven't had a really good streak since I got eliminated, have you? Like, you got a tie, then you got a no victor, and then you got an L. You got a straight up L. Man, you should have listened to me. Should have kept your nose clean. But look what happened. But by the way, listen up, bro. I'm gonna look into the archives, because this may be your last chance to find out about your mom, because the DGP are gonna clean out the records. They're gonna go full Watergate on this. They're not going to have any records left when they go back to their dimension. So this may be Ace's last chance to figure out what happens to his mom. Although I'm curious if they are going to change locations, because I'm pretty sure they're either going to do it or Heroes are going to do something to prevent it. But if they do go to another time period, I wonder what time period they're going to go to. And if that's the case, I'm curious if like you're going to have like new characters played by the same actors but in a different time period. That would be something interesting. I would like to see. I want to see that play out. Let us know what you guys think. Meanwhile, Archimendel gets a deal with Kekara and Barba. He needs to target Sarah, because if Sarah is defeated, it's going to awaken Tycoon's one for all, 100% full infinite cowling, or whatever it's called at this point in My Hero Academia. I have the first 34 volumes of the manga, but I haven't read it. And on the anime, I only got as far as the beginning of season 6. So the only thing I know that's going to happen is Deku's going to have a temporary heel turn, and Aoyama is revealed to be the heel, which I think we've already known for a while. So it doesn't feel like that big of a plot twist. Nevertheless, Miriam taunts. Hold on. You know what's coming. Give me a second. Gotta do this right. Just because Jared's not here doesn't mean that we can't do our tradition. Miriam taunts, time for you! About whether or not he wants to keep his memories. And he questions him, what is even the meaning of true happiness? Because Miriam even says, to me, happiness is like eating a hot bowl of ramen on a cold day. I can relate to them. I would love some consomme de birria on a rainy day. I would love some tonkotsu broth on a snowy day. Not noodles, because I can't eat noodles anymore unless it's konjac noodles, but I love me some tonkotsu broth with extra chili and garlic. Let me know what you guys like. What makes you guys happy? Like what really cheers you up? Like go like full mood, go full tone. Like do you like eating like hot foods on a cold day, or maybe something cold on a warm day? Maybe it's doing some kind of weekly ritual. Let us know. I'm genuinely curious. But little things like that, you can find happiness in that. It's kind of like that episode of Nancy Classified about Mondays. Monday's the day where some of the characters get to go see a movie at a discounted price, which is something I used to do when I was in college. So yeah, it is what it is. Find happiness in those little things. Meanwhile, look, this is really funny. Michinaga decides who his next target should be, and he makes these really bad drawings that make Rukia look like a Renaissance master. Yes, there's your bleach plug for the week. While Ace just does like a perfect rendition of Punk Jack's helmet. Like that, like this is really good. Like I'm genuinely impressed. Like I need a tablet to draw something like that because like I would waste so much chalk just to get the details right. But good on you, Ace. Then again, he is from multiple different time periods, so who knows? Might have been an artist in another time period. So the two of them have dinner, and they actually think about it. They actually do some interesting like conversations, like if a rider's killed by a Jimoto, they die. If a rider's killed by another rider, they are reborn and have their memories reset. So, like, do you care about other riders when you kill them? And he's like, of course I don't. Like, I'm just trying to punish them. And then he asks a $1 million question. If a rider is about to get killed by a Jimoto, what do you do? And actually, I'm curious, what do you guys think? Like, what would you do? Would you let another rider get killed by a Jimoto, even if you wanted to defeat other riders? So that's an interesting thought process. So like this is a very Michinaga focused episode that makes you really think, and I respect that. So we go into the battlefield. Well, actually, no. First Sarah's like contemplating about the fact that that Neon wants to erase herself from existence, but then the two of them actually end up in the battlefield together, vowing to work together. But they are severely overwhelmed. So Tycoon has to reveal himself, save Sarah, and the two of them get into a fight over why is he a writer? Like the whole point for her to be a writer so that he wouldn't be. And of course he says the Keiwa thing that he would always say. Listen, I could not just stand there and watch you get your butt kicked by Naj Sparrow or by Buffa or by Jimoto. That's why I had to go back in there. I'm sorry I violated your wishes, but I want to protect you. That is such a beautiful shonen thing for you to say, and I love it. And I hate that Kekara is doing all these bad things just to provoke him to do those things. You don't deserve to have the motif that the legend once had. By the legend, I mean Johnny Young Bosch, obviously, but still, it's like, you don't deserve to have his motif. But we do get Ace confronting the Jimoto army. He's like, you by yourself? No. I have a friend. Oh, yeah. The moment we've all been waiting for. The writer event of the year. Ace and Michinaga working together, and they share a transformation sequence together, and it looks amazing, especially considering how far they've come. But, this does make me think a little bit. That slot fee for Ray's buckle seems kind of broken, doesn't it? Because if you recall, first episode that it appeared in, everyone got random slots. They got like random sidearms, like a propeller and a drill and a chain array. Then on a second draw, they got the matching thing. So you got Magnum, Monster, Beat. But Michinaga keeps drawing zombie a lot. Like, a lot. Like, does he just keep reusing it a bunch of times till he knows that it's going to become, until he knows the next one's going to be zombie, and then just saves it for his transformation? Because you'd think by now he would become something other than zombie. But he keeps drawing. 3 episodes, he keeps drawing zombie. Like, that is crazy. Now at 4 episodes, zombie. And that's just the number of episodes. There's also the number of battles he was in altogether, because I assume he didn't stay transformed when he defeated Ben and John and then attacked Groovy. By the way, apparently there's going to be a new release for Ben and John's core IDs, as well as Groovy's and Toru's, and apparently there's going to be a Dalmatian one. So, what do you guys think? Dalmatian Kamen Rider? I mean, I know one person that would be excited for that. What do you guys think about the idea of a Dalmatian Kamen Rider? And what do you think their name would be? I don't think it's going to be Kamen Rider Spot, because Marvel's going to sue someone. Because across Spider-Verse, they finally brought the Spot back since the 90s. Okay, so they have this epic fight scene, and it is glorious. So very glorious. So good. And then there was even a joke about how Buffa gets kicked by Ace, and he's like, "Why'd you kick me?" "Well, you won't suffer any damage, so why does it matter?" And he even shoots him at point blank just to prove the point that he's not gonna suffer damage. That is top comedy writing right there. It's like, who cares? I'm immortal. Yeah, I swear, Rick and Morty would make a joke like that, but in a way that's actually clever. Oh boy. Rick and Morty, 7th season Rick and Morty. I don't know when that's coming out. All I know is that I'm going to be late for the game because I don't do cable anymore. I'm just strictly, DVDs and streaming now, because gotta save money for Japan World Heroes. Brought to you by Scott Solar. Yeah, and of course we get the monster buckle. We finally, the slot fever rolls on something other than zombie, and we finally get Buffa monster zombie form, which is awesome. and he actually defeats Archimendel. It's pretty cool to watch, and then, of course, at the end of the battle, he takes all of the core IDs and just leaves. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Do what you got to do. That is where I wish the episode would end, because that was a satisfying note. Sadly, it isn't, because then we get Archimendel getting cradled by his 3 sons. And believe me, I could make a joke about this because, ethnic dad jokes of my ethnicity are very commonplace, but so I'm not even going to go there. But this is just painful to watch. It's sad, and not even winning an Oscar sad. It's just pathetic sad. And yeah, even Kecker and Barba comment on that. And of course, they take the broken Naj Sparrow ID core as they're about to be confronted by a Gene. And he tells them you guys aren't back to our dimension before the portal closes, you'll be erased along with everyone else here. Erased like everyone else. That is some Ragnarok vibes right there. It seems to me is they're not just going to reset everything. People are going to cease existing. It's like the Gowliner all over again. By the way, if you haven't seen Kamen Rider Den of the movie I Am Born, definitely check it out. It's a great movie. But this though, yo, let us know what you thought about the episode. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What's your score out of 10? Let us know in the comments, and I'll read the comments live right here, right where this banner is. My thoughts on the episode. This was definitely a nice comeback to the quality of writing I've seen through most of Geats. I did mention how the start of the Yearning arc felt a little lackluster, but here it's a lot better. You know, it's definitely improving, and we're reaching certain end games. And Michinaga finally gets some character development after a while, because the last time he had any character development was literally just the episode where he killed the Knight Jamoto, because he's like, yeah, I'm going to go full heel on this one. And he did. But then he had no character development ever since. Like, all he had was just repeated angst against Kamen Riders. Kamen Riders should not exist, but you yourself are a Kamen Rider. And it was just getting repetitive. And then he pulled a cheap shot on Ace and Miriam, and yet here they are. It's whatever. Here, it's like, this might be his face turn. I want to see that happen. I want to see his face turn. I do love the comedy involving Sarah and Kawa. The two of them have amazing chemistry, and I love it. I want to see more of it, but I get the feeling very soon something bad is going to happen to one of them, because they keep building up that Kawa is going to become more powerful, and very likely he will. I mean, in Revice, Daiji got his final form as late as episode 44, so I wouldn't be surprised. It's just really painful watching the slow burn leading up to it, because you know what's going to happen. You know what needs to happen for it to happen. You just want to rip the Band-Aid off, if anything. So, you know, that's really what it is. But, you know, I give it a 10. But it's a very low 10. But I still enjoyed watching the episode. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. Triple OXYZ says, this episode was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed it too. 10 out of 10. Glad to hear. We agree. That's 2 for 2. We agree on something. And Buffa Slot Fever's broken. I know, right? It's so broken. OMG, it is freaking broken. Because, like, how do you keep rolling? It's like that scene from Yu-Gi-Oh! When he's fighting Weevil Underwood on the train, and he's like, draw, monster cardo, draw, monster cardo, draw, monster cardo, draw, monster cardo. Oh, your life point's already 0? Well, guess what? Draw, monster cardo, draw, monster cardo. Oh, well, no. That's basically what the Slot Fever feels like, you know. Well, that's it for the episode. If you enjoyed watching it, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Be sure to ding the bell icon to stay up to date on our latest videos and be notified of them when they're about to show up. Be sure to check out our past reviews of episodes of Kamen Rider Geats, as well as other past seasons of Kamen Rider, such as Revice and Saber. And if you're a Sentai fan, this Thursday we're going to do Osama Sentai King Oger on Thursday, 7:15 p.m. Pacific, 10:15 Eastern. And of course, be sure to check out our next episode of Geats, episode 37, the following Tuesday, same time, same place, right here. And if you're a Power Rangers fan, well, be sure to stick around all the way through autumn, because we will cover Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. And of course, we've got the 30th anniversary special, which you can watch on our channel, and of course, the past two seasons of Dino Fury. Be sure to check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews and video game news. Most recently, we reviewed the Netflix Death Note movie, which followed Dragon Ball Evolution, Alita Battle Angel, and M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender. This Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are going to finish Hollywood Anime Month with a Speed Racer. So be sure to check that out on The Buttery Show. And of course, if you want to follow my personal content, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. Until next time, guys, I will see you guys later. Be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, wear weather appropriate attire, and, hug your loved ones. Summer's around the corner, or winter, spend as much time you can with the people you care about, because you never know if the Earth's going to be erased by the Design Grand Prix. Well, see you guys in Shigodam. Have a good time. Bye.